Autism is the fastest growing developmental disability in the United States, and more children will be diagnosed with autism this year than with AIDS, diabetes, and cancer combined. Today, we will bring autism awareness in view.
Autism now affects 1 in 88 children and 1 in 54 boys in the United States, and the numbers are growing. Of the many challenges faced by parents of children with autism, one of the most difficult is finding suitable educational options. There is a school that is providing effective solutions and giving families challenged by autism hope.
I was a classroom teacher for about 15 years and really enjoyed working with children that had autism.
Everyone open up your journal.
Dr. Morrison believed that rather than isolating children with autism, any intervention should focus on immersing children with autism socially with their typically developing peers, allowing them the opportunity to learn how to participate in a typical classroom environment.
So I set out through my doctoral program and dissertation to start developing the pieces of intervention that would support children with autism in general education classrooms.
My son has benefited from the social immersion model. He's a completely different child. He socializes well, he plays with others, he seeks out interaction where before he wouldn't. It's been a tremendous change in him.
While Jason's son, who has autism, certainly benefits from this type of classroom environment, he also believes it to be the best educational choice for his typical daughter.
I think my daughter's a much more well-rounded person, and I mean, educationally she's excelling. It's unbelievable. She's been able to skip a grade and she's really blossoming.
Part of developing the model when you are inviting typically developing children to come into your program is making a commitment that this will be the best private education program that this child could attend.
Our low student-teacher ratio allows us to truly differentiate our instruction. Instruction in any classroom should be differentiated in order to both advance and remediate students as needed. However, in a large environment, it's much more difficult to do. So in our small teacher-student ratio with a focus on absolute engagement with adults, we're able to learn what our students are interested in, what they dislike, what motivates them.
What we've been able to see are some incredibly touching situations. Students that come in and find a real heart and a real passion for working with children that might not quite have the abilities they have. Children that have a sibling on the spectrum and they've never been able to interact with that sibling. And by watching how the teachers interact with our kids on the spectrum in a less threatening way, these students then take that home and are able to have better relationships with their own siblings.
My son, while he's very content to play by himself and do everything by himself, he is more active with my daughter now, and they know how to play well together. Instead of him going off to his room and her going off to her room and they play separately, now they play together.
We see incredible compassion and tolerance and understanding from our peers. They truly are rooting for our other friends. This is not an environment in which one group is supported more than the other, or one group is getting something at the expense of another group. We are truly fostering an environment in which all of our individuals are cherished and appreciated, and we celebrate all of their successes.
The original group that started with me, has grown to 28 students. Of the 28 students, there are 12 with autism, and 9 of those students have been accepted and are anticipating going to college next year. Out of the peers, all of those peers are going to college so far. We have one young man that will be attending Harvard next year, and he was an original peer model in my dissertation study.
We take the time to find out where they're excelling and where they need assistance. So as a result, if one of our students is ready to move forward in curriculum, we go ahead and we push them ahead because we're able to do so.
My daughter, who is a typical peer, has benefited from receiving a wonderful private education along with meeting some great friends, and has become a very compassionate child and a very loving child, and it's just been a wonderful atmosphere for her to grow in.
Oakstone Palm Beach is one of the only models in this area that offers children with autism a true social immersion into a classroom with typically developing children. Children with autism should have opportunities to have typical childhood experiences, and with the right intervention, they can do that. I would envision that we would grow the program 1 grade at a time, 2 grades at a time, so that if there's a desire, students here could also have their middle school and high school experiences at Oakstone Academy Palm Beach.
It's really made a huge difference in how he lives his everyday life.
All children deserve the opportunity to reach their full potential. Thank you for partnering with us and investing in the lives of our children.